did some researching, and I got a response. I obviously struck a chord when I preached against Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged, and John Galt, because I believe this is the true source of Christless conservatism in American culture on the Republican Party side, and the reason why we always get so many people fighting against it, because it doesn't have the power of Jesus Christ in it. Jesus said, if I be lifted up, will draw all men unto me. But the Republican Party does not lift up Jesus Christ. It lifts up the idea of John Galt, whether they're aware of it or not. The name John Galt has all but died, but the concepts continue in Forbes magazine and in Entrepreneur magazine. There's no Christ in either of those magazines. Come on, be honest. There's no Christ there. Hardly any Christ, Jesus Christ, in uh, Wall Street Journal or Fox News, although I've been very happy to see Fox News running Christian news stories lately. Very, very happy for that. John Galt is a concept of the ambitious capitalistic entrepreneur, and is a goal for everyone to attain in the world of business. The Probably the closest person to embody the John Galt character is Larry Page, the person who co-founded Google. A lot of the people in Silicon Valley and in the software community who start these software businesses, they read Atlas Shrugged and they think to themselves, I want to be like John Galt. Um, Another sort of almost John Galt sort of scenario would be Elon Musk. Some people have called him a techno Galt, but John Galt was antisocial and avoids the public publicity. The John Galt character in Atlas Shrugged is an engineer, firstly and primarily an engineer. He's an inventor. He's a businessman second. He is an introvert and he avoids publicity. He avoids the news. He believes, let the builders rule. Okay? We've oftentimes heard that the founder of Facebook says, he likes to build things, blah, blah, blah. That's a John Galt concept. Long-term first principles thinker, disdain for bureaucracy and slow-moving institutions. Let's get stuff done. We've got work to do. Uh, Obsessed with elegant systems rather than political power. Okay, likes systems, likes to build things. AI, robots. We don't consult the Bible about whether we don't develop a relationship with God to see whether these things are wrong. We just do it because we're obsessed with inventions. Science magazine, you know, popular science. He doesn't like to give interviews. He wants to be in the lab creating new inventions. Living an intentionally quiet private life. Pursuing idealistic tech like self-driving cars. Real, Regarding society's limits as engineering problems. These are all things everything I just said there, Larry Page embodied all those things. And I'm great. That's great, but when Jesus Christ is left out, we've got a problem. But the John Galt character, though, is not a moralist. All he cares about is his inventions and his private life. Um, he doesn't even preach against communism, even though of course he'd be against it if he were asked. He works for corporate America. He builds corporate America. He's pro corporate America because that's what he does. Um, Bruce Wayne, Wayne Enterprises, kind of a John Galt sort of scenario. Bruce Wayne inherits the uh, the invention-driven company, Wayne Enterprises, um, and so that's what John Galt is. John Galt is the symbol of the um, the billionaire inventor. Elon Musk definitely has become a highly visible John Galt, but the John Galt in the book textbook John Galt means you avoid public interaction. So more like Larry Page. It's a name that we probably have never heard of, but he created Google. He helped to create Google. So that's much more what John Galt is about. And again, Christless conservatism. All these ideas are great principles and everything for creation, for inspiration, for innovation, for invention, for get it done mentality and pull yourself up by your bootstraps and create great inventions and leave to the world a great legacy of technology and get great things done like send rockets to Mars. But there's no gospel of Jesus Christ in the mix. There's no spirituality. And it's intentionally so. Either A, because you want to be atheistic and you want to live your own life because you're a humanist, or B, accidentally. You got your head so full of principles, bullets, and talking points. Your head is so full of concepts for the creation of entrepreneurial enterprises that there's absolutely no room in there for the Spirit of God to work its way into your heart or into your mind. That's what Ayn Rand is. That's what John Galt is. That's what Christless conservatism is. And that's the problem with the Republican Party today. We need the Bible in it 100% all the way, and the gospel of Jesus Christ to be preached aggressively and even belligerently against false ideologies like lawless libertarianism, Christless conservatism, communism, socialism, and Islam.